Hello,
Hello, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am busy, but I wouldn't have it any other way. You like such a sweet person. Oh my God. It's great to meet you.
It's great to meet you too. I this randomly that I say this, but I watched today a show that you're in.
Yeah, did you? It was. I hope it was good.
That was with Naomi.
Oh yeah, Naomi and Ryan,
Yeah,
right? Oh yeah, that one's gone pretty good. I loved working with Logan again. I worked with Logan on one of my like couple of my past shows, the kid. So
yeah.
he's a really good actor. So I'm glad I was able to work with that group, to be honest. It was a really fun experience.
Um, should we start with like a little introduction of both of us? Because I don't think you know my name, or do you?
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar, but yeah, we can start with an introduction of both of us, of course.
My name is Summer. Um,
Summer?
Summer.
Summer. Okay.
I'm 27. I'm living in the Netherlands.
Oh, really?
I watch Vertical since last year, early end of last year.
Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. So you have quite a repertoire then.
Yeah, I think every on Wheelchair I watched, and now I focus on more the other apps.
Oh, yeah. No, they all have their own varieties.
Yeah,
Good short, drama box, short max, real short. They definitely have their own strengths.
and I think that was it regarding me. Oh,
All right.
and my page I have now for 6 months.
For 6 months?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a new one then. Oh, you've done a lot with it since then.
Yeah, since March I started talking, doing these interviews.
Well, they're a great way to talk to people and just kind of like I guess break that fourth wall between like the actors and the people who are watching them. So that way it creates some that type of relatability between them.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you going out of your way to be able to do all of these. It's very sweet of you. And I guess wish to get to me. My name is Lukas Silva. I am a vertical actor, and I have been in, gosh, I can't recall how many, but I've been in verticals. So I've been in ones from werewolves to CEOs to princes to not yet like any vampires or anything, but then I've been professors and all that and all those little fun like tropes that we love and know from verticals. And I've been in LA now for about 4 years. So kind of just been making my way up from there. And ever since verticals started, or at least I started getting into verticals about a year and a half ago, they've kind of just been the thing that I've been that I've been going around and bouncing around from set to set for because they're very short sets. So I have the opportunity to kind of like go from 1 to 2 to 3 sets a month, even if I wanted to.
So already did, so I'm not gonna go into that. That's uh, the introduction. But can you share a fun fact about yourself?
A fun fact about myself. I don't know if it's I think it's fun. I have a very hard time kind of sitting still for like anything, like legitimately anything. Like if I'm in a movie theater, I'm usually I have to be doing something. I'm very like hyperactive in that way. Like I always want to be doing things throughout stuff, even when I am doing other things. It's kind of like my brain goes 1,000 miles per hour. So it on one hand, it helps me do a lot throughout the day, and I'm able to be very progressive and get things done that way. And then on the other hand, I might forget about the thing I started at the very beginning of the day. And then when it's the end of the day, I'll be like, oh, I didn't finish
No, I relate to that because I have that too.
that. Okay, so we get on the same level then. Okay.
Yeah. Um, did you always wanted to pursue acting?
No, actually. Like I was always an extrovert and I had no problem kind of like doing stuff that would be like quote unquote embarrassing in public around like people and stuff and everything. So the lack of embarrassment that I had kind of like already vibed with acting as a whole. But I didn't really start getting into acting until I was about 17. So that is like 7 years ago right now. Yeah, like 7 years ago right now. Wait. So I'm 24. Yeah, 7 years ago right now. Yeah. So it was about 7 years ago. But I think like seriously when I started like actually considering it as a career is when I moved down to LA to like make that move. So like when I was like 21, I'd say my acting career like legitimately started when I was probably 21. So it was a little bit later in the game. But before that, I wanted to be like an architect
Oh yeah.
and I wanted to be I was always been into business. I was like so I actually on the side from what I do from verticals now, um I do like I run another business and I'm always consulting with clients in like San Diego and San Francisco and like all over the northwest border. So that's kind of what I'm doing outside of acting right now. They're both my passions, so I'm kind of just trying to figure a way to like fuse them at some point. So in the future, I would love to be able to probably like be a producer for these or something where it's more on like the business end. While I could act in ones that I want to, I can also be producing them as well.
Yeah.
Or did you ever see yourself watching verticals, or what made you start watching them?
Um, I came across it on TikTok,
Yeah.
and then yeah, I got curious, so I yeah clicking, and then you go.
Hey, that's how it happens. They get you, they hook you with the ads, and then you just go down the rabbit hole. But I mean, you don't seem to be too mad about it. You seem like you're enjoying them,
Yeah,
so.
a lot. I think that yeah. What, what is one of your most memorable moments on set?
Oof, memorable moments on set. Are we talking about just verticals or acting in general?
Whatever you wanna tell me.
Oh, I could do one for just acting in general and then one on verticals. I did a movie back in like 2021 where it's called Carpe Diem,
Yeah.
and it is like a cartel movie basically. And there was this scene where there was this scene where it was an interesting mix-up basically, but it was kind of a misunderstanding. The main character thought somebody else was who they weren't. So we went through this whole like kind of Scooby-Doo-ish type scene of like running away from them and them chasing us. And it was extremely fun to shoot because they shot it like a Scooby-Doo-ish type scene, going through the doors and doing all of that. So it was kind of because that was one of my favorite shows growing up as a kid. So it was kind of like nostalgic and fun to be able to just do that. And like it wasn't even popped into the script, it was just something creatively that they did. So I think that was like my fondest one. And then something for a Something for a vertical, I would probably say honestly, just like all the cool cars you get to drive. Like in total, all the cool cars you get to drive. You get to drive like wild, wild vehicles like Rolls Royces and Lamborghinis and Corvettes and all this stuff like that. And it's like a lot of things like you'd either have to rent it or something like that to where like not a lot of people just get to like pop into them and start driving them. So I think it's like that for me, I'm a car guy, so it's a really cool experience to be able to just like test them out at least.
Do you have then also a favorite car since you're a car guy?
Yeah. I do currently I do it is a Lexus LC 500. It's not a typical like really nice car anything like that. I mean, if I wanted to go like super bougie, like I didn't care about finances, I'd probably pick like an Aston Martin, like a DB12 Vantage or something like that. But realistically, like a daily commuter car that I'll get in like the future would be like an LC 500. It's simple, it's nice, it's luxurious, it has good gas mileage. It's a Lexus, so it's not gonna like break down on the side of the road wherever you drive it to. So it's realistic for what I want to do with my with when I'm traveling at least.
Which of your characters did you feel the most connected with, and why?
Probably so I did one actually, it was one of my first verticals that I did. It was like called A Million Reasons to Love a Prince. And that one, I think I related to that character mostly because he was always going through scenarios not knowing what's going to happen, but still charging through them regardless. And for me, that's kind of how I live my life. There's a lot of things that I do with my life that I don't know what's going to happen or how it's going to end up or if it's going to be good or bad. And I'm still deciding to go through with it with a heavy heart and a strong head. So for me, because a lot of the other characters that I've been playing, like if it's the professor or there's one coming out where I'm a pilot, or there's another one where I was a duke and all this other stuff, but like they're very sure of themselves, you know, they're the typical vertical he he hero to where like, you know, they have all the answers and everything's solved. So I think it was more of a realistic thing to where yes, Arami had all of his capabilities, let's say, and assets, but that didn't necessarily mean that he knew how to use all of them or was comfortable with them.
For the people that don't know what they're just talking about, on which app is that show?
Well, now it's on Drama Box. It was, I don't know if it's on Mini Short anymore. It was originally on Mini Short, but they moved it to Drama Box. So I don't know if it's still on both platforms or not. I know right now, as this moment though, I saw someone showed me that it got added to Drama Box. So you can search up A Million Reasons to Love a Prince on Drama Box.
I'm gonna look it up. If it's still mini shorts, I will and add it too.
Of course, I hope you enjoy it.
I already watched that one, but I
Oh,
mean
you did?
for the people watching that maybe have seen that.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, whoever takes the time out of their day to watch anything that I'm in, I hope that they enjoy it. I hope it's worth it.
They are worth it. What do you like to do in your free time?
I try to make sure I don't have any free time, to be honest. It goes with like the thing I told you at the beginning, where it's like it's also not even like for me just like doing a bunch of stuff just to do a bunch of stuff. Like I have this complex of where if I'm sitting still, it's something I'm working on, but where if I'm sitting still, I feel like I'm not doing anything with my life. Like I feel like I'm wasting time. Like I always need to be progressive. So I guess like if I'm not acting per se, I'm usually doing stuff like calisthenics, weaponry training. I'm into finances and stuff like that too. So I study the markets and I work on that like private investments and everything for that too. So it's and then cooking. I love cooking. I like making new recipes. Like just trying different things. Like if I screw them up the first time, I'll make it better the second time. But I mean that's the whole point of like trying it. Although I can't touch baking. I'm very bad with baking. So someone else has to do that. If I can do the cooking. So honestly anything active or anything just new because I like doing things where I'm not good at them. Like if that makes sense.
Learning.
I like starting new stuff, like starting salsa, or like I started salsa recently, or like learning how to play the violin or the piano or any of these things that I'm just like learning and taking on new skills. Like I know English and Spanish and now I'm learning Italian. And like I'm doing all that to like kind of just try new things. And if I like them, I end up dedicating myself to them and then just like learning them. But I like finding things where I'm bad at them because I know that that is an area that I can improve in now.
You choose very hard stuff to learn, but I get that. Because Italian is not easy,
I don't know. I mean,
in my opinion. It's
I
not
don't think I don't
easy.
think anything I don't think anything of itself is easy. Like I mean,
That's true.
even reading is hard.
Yeah.
And it's like and then, like, I know that from personal experience. Like I like audiobooks mostly because like I feel like I don't really ever have the time to sit around and like read a book itself. But everyone has their own challenges. I've just specifically chosen like statistically like really difficult things. Yeah, but everything has its own challenges and like obstacles to learning something new. Like I
Yeah.
was actually into the guitar for a little bit and I just found that it was just wasn't for me. So I ended up selling it and then getting a violin. So and I found out the violin was something that I liked. So I'm actually committing to that. But it's also like, if you never try anything new, I mean, you're not going to know if you like it or don't like it.
Yeah.
Because at least if you try it and you don't like it, you know you don't like that. Like, oh, I've already tried that. It wasn't for me.
No, I get that. It's funny, you started talking about books, and it's funny, I had to show this. This
UIT Sanis Hofer?
that is I wrote my own book, so this is my own book.
Oh, wait, plug that. No, put that back on again. All right. UIT Sanis Hofer, Sane
Yeah.
van de Woo?
You said my name right. So this is my
Uh,
book.
That's awesome. That's so cool. Wait. What's it about?
Um, this is I wrote this one when I was younger. It's like little stories about the things that I went through as a kid.
That's adorable. Hey, I bet you're better than me. I could never do that. That's amazing, though. Are you gonna write more?
Yeah, I'm writing a second book right now.
Oh, yeah, so we should keep an eye out for that and let everyone know.
Yeah, I had to show that.
Oh no, of course. That you should be extremely you should be extremely proud of that. I'm glad you did show it.
No, thank you. Um, if you have to recommend a vertical for somebody who is new in this space, one from you and one not from you, which one would you recommend?
The one I'm going to recommend is not out yet. So I'd probably just go with like the namesake one that I've like that I probably like in total had the most fun working on was Daddy Mommy Don't Divorce.
Oh yeah.
It's a very cute rom-com. It's the first time I met Logan. I worked with Tess and everything and everything like that. And it's like it was a wonderful environment. And the people who I worked with, the director, the producers, the team, Narwhal who helped produce it. I love Narwhal. So I mean, it was just a whole very wholesome environment in general, and I think it created a really good product. And one that's not from me, I forgot it. It just came out. It has Ben Taylor in it, and mm, it's
Dream.
something. Like I think it's an astronaut one
Do you
that
mean with
just came out.
Haley?
Yeah, with Haley.
Miss you have the goodbye.
Yeah. No, I saw. I mean, he showed me some of it. It was actually it was a good script. It was a great character arc, and they were really wonderful together on the screen. So I also really like. I really like Ben's acting. I don't know Haley personally, but I really like Ben's acting, and I think anyone who's looking to like see a male lead who's like a really good in-depth actor as well as a female lead who's a really good in-depth actor. I think that's a really good newer one to get into introduced with if you're not already in this industry.
Yeah, I agree. It's a super good one.
I'm glad you like it. What's one that you would recommend?
From you mean, or in general?
Just in general.
Hmm, I have seen so many good ones. I think Campus Rifles.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Eric and Adam did really good on that too.
The vampire one on Vigaloo, I don't remember the title, but it's with Noah Finley.
I don't think I've heard of that one actually.
I think those two.
All right. Well, I mean, you gave more than I could remember, so
Ooh, my next one is always my favorite question,
oh.
and that is little personal as well. But if you could give your younger self advice, what would it be?
This is advice I need to give myself right now, to be completely honest. But
What did you say? Sorry.
this is advice I need to give myself, to be completely honest, like right now. But I'm learning more and more that if you are showing up every day and if you're doing what you want to be doing with your life and you're committing and you're getting better at 1% every single day, things will happen in their own time. Like they're not honestly, majority of the time they won't happen when you want them to happen. I mean, I'm not saying they won't, but majority of the time, at least in my experience, they're not. They pop out of nowhere just because you're in the right time or the right place, or
Mm.
like a good example for me is like when I was younger, I was overweight and I was small and I didn't have any acting abilities and stuff like that. If I didn't dedicate myself to my health, my fitness, my career, and my capabilities as a person to like grow into the person that I am right now, I don't think I would have been given the opportunities that I've been given to be able to do what I'm doing right now. So as long as you're showing up and doing what you need to do, everything will happen in its own time.
No, I totally agree with that. And
What about you?
that also happened with me. For example, I had a passion for like computers and social media ever since I was like a little girl, but I got into it like 5 years ago, like that is really my job.
Oh yeah. Well, see, it's just like it's difficult to accept in the moment when you want something right now. It really is. And it's just like that's human nature. We want what we want, but that's more often than not, that's not really how life works. And so you need to pick a goal. You pick a goal and then you lay out the steps for that goal. And then you do it step by step. And eventually that goal will come to be. That's regardless. Or regardless of how much time it takes, if you put in the effort, it is impossible not to get the result.
No, I agree. I want to say something, but I don't remember.
That's totally fine. I'm gonna come back to you later, maybe.
Yeah, or else I would send it to you through DM.
Mhm. Yeah, of course.
Uh, the next question was, how do you prepare for your roles? Is there something specific you do next to reading the script, of course?
If it's a character very far removed from anything like I'm able to like pull from like my life or livelihood and experiences, I actually usually kind of reach out to somebody that I know with this type of archetype. And I either study like how like honestly you can get a lot of people you can get a lot of somebody from their social media. So I either just study their social media or study their interviews or if I know them personally, like I call them up and like I kind of just talk to them and see what they would be doing and everything like that. Because like I've never been a professor before for the one that I did on Drama Box with Lydia or anything. So I actually called up my old professor and I was talking about this, like, what is like this dynamic that you would play for and everything. He's like, I was like, oh, well, and then he gave me some notes of his personal take and everything. Obviously, I don't implement them totally into my character builds, but if it's something that I don't know, having some type of like information to pull from to where I can then be more educated on it is something that's useful for me. Like if I'm ever to play a biography character or something, I'm going to look at their entire livelihood, how they grew up, what they ate, what they wore, everything like that. Kind of doing like my own due diligence and like study to them as a person, basically. And if it's someone that I do know, then well, I got lucky. Or if it's some like a character arc that I do know, then I got lucky. I can kind of just put my own interpretation into it and input what I can from my side because I also don't try to, whether I'm like a major supporting or a lead or anything like that, I don't try to rehearse it beforehand because personally that doesn't work for me because I don't know what the other person's going to say or do when we're on set. So for me, I read the lines a couple of times. I get familiar with them, but if anything, there's no actual emotional built up into them until I am there doing it with that person. Because for me, I built the character itself, but their reactions are going to be completely organic.
You mean because you also don't know what the female lead, for example, is gonna do?
Yeah, female or male co-star, anything like
Yeah.
that. Like, I mean, I don't know what they're thinking until it happens in the moment. So the best that I do is I prep my end, so my character, how he is. So then when I am sort of invoking that through my performance, the people will bring out my reaction side of whatever that character may be, whether it's the professor or whether it's a CEO or a duke or a prince or anything like that. Like the character will then organically react to how or to what I am being given from the other actors.
Can I say, with the show from you I talked about earlier, I left when you were that scene where, spoiler guys for if you haven't watched this, but if you um the scene where Ryan's character and Naomi, um where he wants to take her back to his house and where you were like, hello, coming.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's I love the love triangle ones because it's just this awkward camaraderie between the three people and it's such a comic trope and
Yeah,
it's like that's probably one of my favorite little genres to play just because it is just like such a little comic trope to do. Like I do love like a nice little rom-com. I mean that's why like Daddy Mommy Don't Divorce is my favorite that I've done because I just love a little good rom-com. But the love triangles add like this literal third level of comedy into it with a whole other person. So
that was my favorite scene of that whole show.
I'm glad you liked it. It was definitely fun to shoot. We actually I think we did that like I think we did it in like one take. I think we were actually really, they just loved the reactions of it immediately. So,
Yeah, Logan again was also perfect in that one.
oh, no, they're a bunch of talented actors. I was very lucky to be able to, I was very lucky and honored to be able to work with all of them.
Yeah, and Dane with you.
Yeah.
um, what do you think people underestimate about verticals?
I don't know if this is just an industry thing or this is a general thing, but I hear a lot of, and I think this is because verticals are new, it's change. So people are like usually scared or resistant to change, but a lot of people are discrediting how big verticals are going to get and going to be. And like right now they're just starting. Like they're just starting. So and they're gonna get set, in my opinion, they're gonna get settled to where they start creating series like seasonal shows, which they've done with a couple. They've done second series seasons for those, but I'm talking about like 3 to 4 to 5 seasons, character spin-offs, stuff like that, like where they can grow and a lot of the times the second seasons, in my opinion, the shows are built for one season shows.
Yeah.
And they add a second season on because it does really good, but it's not really built for that. Like it's like the first season ends perfectly like how it is, but because it does so good, they add a second season to where I think in the future it'll just be built with the second season in mind. So that way people can like have this continuation from the first season, so it's not like jumpy like that. But basically, what I think people underestimate the most is the growth potential in verticals
Yeah.
and the new trend it's setting. I mean, everyone's on their phones. Everyone's using that all the time. And TikTok took off the way it did because people were using their phones all the time. So basically, verticals are just making TikTok cinematic.
That's true. Because, for example, in my country, not a lot of people know about these.
Oh yeah, they're I would say the heavy markets right now are like China, the Philippines, and
Yeah.
the USA.
Yeah, not really in Europe, I think. Yeah, I know some of them are going to Italy.
Oh yeah, Italy, yeah, and they filmed some in Italy as well too.
Yeah.
It's no, I mean that's the thing too. It's just the more belief that the investors and that everyone gets in these like and they have no reason not to. You make them really quick. You make them really quickly. You hire people that are good at their jobs, and you do it 10 times more efficiently than Hollywood would do anything, where they would take three to 4 to 5 years to make a movie.
Yeah, totally. Mm, what is the best career advice you have got?
I think I might just repeat what I said earlier because I don't think there's anything better than this. But
With
work so much that it's impossible to fail. And for me, like I said, it's a numbers game. For acting especially, it's a numbers game. You're self-taping, you're self-taping, you're self-taping. You call back, you call back, you call back, and then you might book I mean, if you're good and you like the and you're in with the time stuff like that, you might book all of them. If they're giving you a chance, you're newer, you might book one of them. It might be a background actor, it might be one person with one line, it might be one person with major supporting, or you might be getting a lead. But regardless or not, if you do not put in the initial effort, work, and volume, then you will not succeed. But on the other hand, if you put in so much effort that you can't that if you put in so much effort or put in so much effort that is impossible to fail. If you do that, that's just the law of nature. Regardless of not of what you're putting your effort into, it will be impossible for you to fail. Because at the end of the day, whether people are making decisions on your career, whether they're choosing to hire you, whether there's other people that play their hands in it and stuff like that, there's always other people to work with. There's always other people to grow with. And if anything, if you don't want to do that traditional route, make your own things, which is what Adam and Eric is doing, which is what a lot of other actors are doing, are creating their own verticals because they're not getting the type of tropes that they want. If you work as much as you can, within reason, of course, don't
that also.
don't stress yourself out too much, or don't think that you can't have breaks. But it's impossible to not see your results if you put in the effort to get them.
So that's will also be something you advise to somebody who will just get into those?
Into verticals?
Yeah. Or do it?
Yeah, I mean, it's literally I'm not gonna say it's I'm not gonna say it's simple because nothing in the entertainment industry is simple. But what you can do is you get your headshots. If you have no acting reel, then you get your headshots, you take background gigs, you get on these sets, you talk to the crew, you talk to the other actors. You know, you do it out of you being genuine, of course. Don't do it like you're trying to scale a ladder because then people will immediately know you're trying to do that.
Yeah.
But if you genuinely come off as interested and wanting to grow and wanting to be a part of this community and wanting to contribute to it as a whole, and you're submitting yourself, you're putting yourself out there, you're saying you're available, you're doing things that and people need to do things that you don't want to do. Like there's times where it will be not convenient to go to a certain set, but you go to that set and you happens to be like, oh, someone dropped out. Hey, can you fill this role? And then you get a role fill right there. If you didn't even go to that set, you wouldn't have even ever gotten that opportunity. Someone else would have who showed up. So again, I won't say it's simple, but you submit, you get your headshots, you put yourself on the right in the right sets with the right people, and you keep on doing it. Regardless or not, volume is going to equal results. And and honestly, that's personally what I did. Like back in March in 2024 and stuff like that, I was just submitting to stuff on Actors Access, and I just happened to see verticals. I got booked for that little Prince one, and now I've been lucky enough to just work on them consistently ever since then. But like for me, I am still waking up every single day, going to Actors Access, submitting to these roles and submitting and doing my auditions doing my auditions as efficiently and as quick as I can. And I am still dedicating my time every single day to it. It's a consistent ride, but if you do it with the utmost quality effort, it's also a consistent
Mhm.
uptrend as well.
So that website you were just talking about, is that the way you learned about the verticals?
Personally, yes. Well, actually, there was a couple that I did beforehand that got me introduced to them. But I thought they were just like one-off things. I didn't think too much about them. But yeah, Actors Access is the I don't know if it's the site in Europe or those areas. I think there's a different one like Search Casting Spotlight or something like that. But yeah, basically I went on there, I saw vertical short form format, and it said, "Oh, there's this role. I happen to fit it, so I just submitted." And then I mean, the rest is history. I did my audition. They seemed to like me, so I've just been working.
Oh, that's great. Mm, what is something you hope that um, the changes you will hope to see in verticals? What is something you hope to see?
Probably just m more overall character development. Like like this goes along with the series and seasons thing and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Because these things are kind of built out for like a one-stop shop type thing. Even the leads don't really get to actually like develop a character. They do like a little cute like little movie type-esque thing, like you know maybe like Eat, Pray, Love and stuff like that. Like a little oh we don't know each other now we know each other now we're like or you know it's like they had a kid and they don't remember each other or something like that. You know it's like the typical like vertical plot lines, but I feel like there's never enough room for the characters to grow because it's meant to be one season and one season only. And that goes for like the supporting characters as well, the villains or the if there's a love triangle and there's like a nice guy and a bad guy or anything like that. I feel like because they're meant to be so short and so stagnant in that aspect, none of the characters get to develop into who they are actually going to be or supposed to be. And if they do, it's kind of like a rushed aspect to where like it has to happen in this one show for it to be like a complete arc,
yeah,
which I mean might work for some, which if you write it that way, will work for some. But for me at least, because I like to take my time delving into a character and like really building them up who they are. if a character can be built out to expand themselves and grow over time, and really like one of my favorite shows is Supernatural, and I really like it's like a super long show, 15 seasons, like 40 minutes an episode and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I was able to see these people like Dean and Sam go from their early 20s, like late teens, to their early to the late 20s and early 30s over a time span of like as I got to grow with them, they got to grow with me type thing. And it allowed me to see just the choices they would make as actors, how they would be so different from one thing to another because they were given time to be able to develop their characters over a period of like actually how life would be rather than like a segmented little small area.
No, I totally agree with you. That would be great to have more seasons of a show. Because there are so many great ones, but not enough. Also, sometimes for me as a viewer, some I think it's kind of similar to what you were saying. There are not really a lot of time to like feel connected with a
Hmm.
character, because that is what draws me to a story.
Yeah, I mean you wanna feel some type of like either if it's the female character that you're trying to like that you're trying to like live through, or if it's the male character that you really want to like be a good guy at the end of it or something like that, where it's like you just don't, like you said, you don't as a viewer, you most I don't, I would say some or most of the times you don't have a time to get attached to the characters. Like they're really dreamy, they're really cool, they're really the ideas and aspects of them are something that's like you can really vibe with. But I feel like as, and you can tell me if I'm wrong with this, but I feel like as a viewer, if you were able to get emotionally connected to the character and their arc and development, it would feel a lot more, I would say, rewarding at the end of the show when you would see the results. Because you've been given time to now understand these characters and grow with these characters, know their little quirks and everything like that. You feel like you know them.
Totally. Yeah, I agree. hmm This kind of a random question, but if you got stranded on an abandoned island and only got to take three things with you, which one would you bring?
Oh, that's interesting. Can I leave the island or am I supposed to stay there forever?
Stay.
Stay forever, huh? Okay. Uh, an oxygenated water filter. I don't know if I'd want to be stranded on an island with somebody or by myself, to be honest with you. Um, an oxygenated water filter. Uh, the like the food that astronauts get that you can just like put water on it and then pop it up and like have that food, like a lifetime supply of that. That would be great. And then yeah, probably my brother. Yeah. Yeah, I could stick with him for the rest of my life. Yeah, I'd be cool with that.
Yeah, I love.
What about you?
My best friend is the first one,
All right.
and I think like a knife to cut things,
Mm, smart.
and mm, I think like a sleep sack or something to create a fire with.
Oh, like flint and steel and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Okay. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, if I didn't know how to create a fire, I probably would have asked for that. You're right.
I don't know how to do that, so
Oh, it's not. It's not. Honestly, I probably would have asked the Flint Steel anyways. It's super annoying. So,
Mm, the next is, I don't know if you have this, but what if you have a bucket list? What's there? Or if you don't have a bucket list, what is something you hope to achieve in your future
a book list, like a physical book list?
bucket list?
Oh, bucket list. Oh, apologies.
No worries.
Uh, I think it's more just like life goals rather than like bucket list things. Like there is obviously traveling is like one of the things I want to do. I want to go to like Machu Picchu and I want to go to the pyramids of Giza and like the wonders of the world like that basically, or Fiji, Guam, just kind of just like being able to experience the world how I have like being in these verticals and being taken out of the country and really seeing how big the world is has made me want to just travel it entirely just to see what I'm missing out on like any area, to be honest. So that's like a huge one. And then the other one is like retire my parents. That's more like a personal goal thing, which is always front and center in my mind. That's like my main priority. And then other than that, I think it's just like just trying new things and experiencing new things. I don't really think I have anything specific, but like what I told you, like if I find something that I'm doing and I know I'm not good at it, I like doing that basically. And I don't know what that is until suck at it or I fail. So it's kind of just like me finding out about it like at that time.
Yeah.
Or do you have like a goal or a bucket list thing?
Also more traveling. I think also to buy my own house. This my house, but I rent it,
Ah, you'll get it. You'll get it, man. You'll get it. Then you'll buy that house. Oh, next time I talk to you, you'll have a house.
and I think just building even no wait growing more and more as a person,
That's a great goal. If you stop growing, you stop living. So I'm glad that is one of your goals.
and also again same as you keep learning new things.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you stop learning, I think, in my opinion, when you stop learning is when you die,
Hmm.
like as a person. I mean, in my opinion, life is you get to wake up every day because you now have the chance to learn something new.
Yeah.
Like even if it's something that you already know, like me for acting or something like that, like I'm reading a new script or I'm meeting a new person. Or I even if I'm going to the grocery store that day and something new happens at the grocery store that would not have happened. Like every day you have an opportunity to learn something new. So if you're lucky enough to wake up every day with your able body and be able to do things and make your own choice, you have the choice to learn.
Yeah, totally. um I need to look over my questions because I got into a few that originally were coming next, but I already.
Oh, you're fine. I mean, we're here just for fun, so.
Yeah. If you could completely create your own show, what would it be about?
Hmm. I like murder mysteries, so like something akin to like Knives Out or something like that, basically. It's a campy murder mystery, like a really good campy murder mystery would be like really cool for me. And that's something that I could get behind. It's like, and then I would just the wackiest. It would be like outlandish. The wackiest like type characters would be in it and everything too. It would be something that's like akin to like Wes Anderson meets like Martin Scorsese and all that stuff. And it's just like it would be something really cool that I would love to do, to be honest.
Ooh, that sounds really, really fun. Is that then also the favorite genre you would like to play or watch?
Yeah, probably either that or like a mystery thriller. Like there's a one called Zodiac that Robert Downey Jr. is in, and what's his name? Mark, the guy who plays the Hulk in the MCU.
Yeah,
Um, they did a really good job in it, but or like Gone Girl with Ben Affleck and stuff like that. Like I would like also, I think it's just like a mystery aspect for me, but like a serious in-depth murder mystery that's like a thriller type thing would be really good as well. I'd love to be part of that, or like more a comic relief type, like uplifting type one. Like they're both gonna have murder or mystery aspects, but like one is going to be more like a dark akin, like on the edge of your seat one, and one's gonna be like you can follow along and have fun figuring it out with them.
no murder mystery is I like that a lot.
Oh, well then we gotta make it happen.
um, I think you just answered this one too. Is the shows you were just talking about also something you would step into, like to play in it? Or
Oh yeah. No, I mean it's like without a doubt. I wouldn't mind producing them too, but I would love like if I was right for the role, and to keep that in mind, like if I think I'm right for the role, I would like to throw my hat in the ring for it for sure. But like if I don't think I'm right for the role, I'm just gonna stay on like the sidelines and like assist from the production aspect. Because I do have the humility enough to know when a role is good for me and when one isn't.
I think that's really important.
Oh, yeah, you know, because there's some roles that I get offered where I'm just like, yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do that. And then like they cast like Jackson or Kiki or someone like that. I'm just like, yeah, they were right for that role.
Oh yeah, I have one, two, three more questions to go.
Okay.
This is kind of into the supernatural thing you were talking about way earlier. But if you could have any superpowers, which one would you want?
I usually choose my cop out answer, and that's like the power to have any power. But I guess I'll give a specific one, so that way it's not a cop out. Um, Teleportation. Like, yeah, just teleportation. I do like cars, and I am a car guy. But at that point, it would then be like a leisure thing for me to drive a car. Like I wouldn't need to drive it everywhere. I could just drive it when I want to and just really, just enjoy the ride. Or like, air travel, because traveling from the US to traveling from Los Angeles to China is always a very long vacation or very long travel, very long distance. So if I could just cut that by teleporting, that would be perfect.
Yeah, then you're there like this.
Yeah, of course. And of course I have the clause where anything I'm touching also teleports with me, so I can just bring my luggage with me.
That would be super easy.
It'd be great. It's just the convenience of it aspect at that point. But what about you?
Invisibility.
Invisibility, huh?
Because,
So you could sneak into the sandwich shops and get a free sandwich.
for example, but also to play like little jokes on everybody.
That's cute. Yeah, I love that. I love when I'm watching shows like that, and they like if I'm watching like a some type of show and they have an episode where they have like an invisibility stun or something like that, and everyone they just pull like little pranks on people. It's always a cute little episodes. I love that.
That's the reason why I love that so much.
I think that'd be great for you.
And there's like somebody in my life that likes to make jokes a lot. So when I was when I could be invisible, I would like to play jokes on him every day.
Yeah, you get them back. You
Yeah.
can't do anything about it. Yeah.
Now he sees me coming when I want to play a joke on him.
Oh yeah, that's unfair. No, invisibility without a stat. We need to get that for you, stat.
Yeah. Okay. Is there something people can wake you up with in the middle of the night?
I I am interesting. I'm a light sleeper for things that I feel like are going to be a danger to me, and I'm a heavy sleeper for things that I feel like are not a danger to me. Like there's been areas where like car crashes have happened near my place and stuff like that, and like either at the moment they happen or before they happen, I wake up and then I hear it happen, or then I hear the aftermath of what had happened and stuff like that, but it's before anything like initially happens. Or like if there's or like if there's someone like I've had there's been places where like I've been sleeping in and it hasn't been my place, but it's been other places where like someone like an intruder would come in and I would just hear like the door open or something like that
Oh,
versus like if someone I knew was coming in the door. Like I don't know how I know them while I'm asleep, but like I just don't wake up. So like yeah, I would say like like a little cheat code spidey sense or something like that. But like when I'm asleep, if I feel like it's going to be a danger or something's like wrong, I wake up, and if it's not, then I just ignore it.
maybe when it's somebody you know you're familiar to the sounds they're making.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's to the point towards like it's also like when I was taking care of like my little cousins or something like that, and I was asleep, I could like tell. But for the most part, I could tell when they were crying if they were just crying because they were getting it out and then they went to sleep, or they were crying because they needed to have their diaper changed, or they needed to be patted, or like they needed to be their milk or something like that. Like it was like I really don't know how to explain it. That's just like usually what happens, to be completely honest. It's not like 100% of the time, obviously, but like majority of the time, I subconscious is like really good at telling if it's worth my time to get me up or not.
Oh well. Okay. Then already the last one. This is, by the way, my little book full of questions.
You're so organized.
Yeah, because I like to be prepared, not that I fall down quietly.
Oh no, no, you did fantastic. You did a great job. This was a fun time.
But my last question was, I always end with this one, and that is, if you want to say something to the viewers who are watching your shows, watching our talk right now, or me.
Of course. Thank you for taking your time to watch any of them in the first place. I hope they can make your day a little bit brighter, or you can have a laugh, or you can hate my character because I have some very nasty characters sometimes. But either what it is, I hope that you are able to enjoy these formats and this interview and this camaraderie for what it is, and only know that it's going to get better. We're going to expand. We're going to have more storylines, more wonderful actors join the fray, and it's going to grow as a community. And I hope you're looking forward to seeing that happen.
We do. But that were all my questions.
Of course. Well, thank you for your time, Sana.
Thank you for doing this with me. And
Of course. And
sorry you, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Was it right? It's
yeah, it's 11 right now. I hope you have a good night.
yeah. Thank you.
And then I look forward to seeing the interview.
Bye bye.